What's good, guys? It's your boy Seiko, and I know it's been a little minute since I've been vlogging or vlogged myself, so bear with that. I've been working, but I have some good news. We got a little slight mod, not a major mod, I should say. I'm not gonna talk too long. I'm gonna swap the camera around and let y'all see what it is. So right now we're opening up an aFe cold air intake. So yeah, I know it's something like little right now, but I'm not really worried about it. It's just something I, you know, had in mind of doing anyways. So yeah, go ahead and get this open for y'all so y'all can check out how it looks. And yeah. Got new hoses. Alright, so right here I think this should be, this is like a, oh, it's like a weather strip. Yeah, this looks like a weather strip, I'm guessing. Not too sure. I'll look into it more. We have that. Have a vent hose. Coupler for the actual coupler to sit onto the throttle body and intake arm itself. Put that right there. Got some hose clamps. We're gonna definitely use them. And have the actual air box itself, aFe air box, which they did pretty good design on to fit right in that corner where it needs to sit. Let's kind of open it and see how it looks. Nice. I like this. It's kind of smell. You kind of smell like a little, I guess you could say, oil. But it's just for the, I guess, for the air filter to sit in. The actual air filter. This is the air box for it. Put that back in here right quick. Actual arm, which, let me see, get it open for you guys. Check that out, see how that looks. Ooh, it's kind of beefy right there, ain't it? It's a nice design how they did it. I like it. Like a truck bed, like truck bed liner. But yeah, and this for your map air sensor. Put this back. I don't think there's really nothing really left, I want to say. Put that to the side. And we have the actual air filter. I ordered blue, so yeah. All right, now we got directions, and you can get a warranty on these too as well. I chose not to, but hey, it is what it is. So, anywho, you guys, we'll get started. All right, you guys. So it's like, I want to say a few screws. That's number 10s, which I'm pretty sure, I know it's on the airbox itself, and we'll be using number 10 socket, short or deep weld, with a 1/4 inch ratchet, and we'll use a flathead, and we use, I think this is, I want to say a number 2 screwdriver, and I'm gonna use a number 8 as well. Either you can use, I want to say, ratchet or screw gun, but only reason I'm gonna use a screw gun is just, you know, kind of speed up the process, but it's nothing too crazy. You don't have to use a screw gun, and I really would say use a screw gun anyways, because you can, you know, over torque them or, you know, snap a bolt or something. So yeah, 7/2 as well, because I know there's 4 bolts on this radiator shroud right here that we're going to take off, and it has some very small screws they're hex heads, so yeah, that's a good thing about that. But anyway, we're gonna hop right into this. Let's get it. I'm gonna give you a little rev of how it sounds now with the factory airbox. And yeah, see if it makes a difference. First thing first, I want to take this shroud off right here. This is going to be the main thing that you're going to need to move out your way so you can have access to the whole horn itself. And yeah, so let's get to it. This one right here. Out here. Two. Line it up. And boom, just slide right on out, just like that. Shroud. Alright guys, so next thing we're gonna remove is this I want to say PCV line that runs to the actual intake arm itself. There's two of them on here that we're gonna remove. It should push in and slide right out. Squeeze on both sides and it should slide right out like that. And you move that to the side. Same thing as this one on this one. Push it in, pull up, comes right off. Move this to the side. Okay, next step, I'm gonna remove this mass airflow sensor. You push this red locking pin up like that. Push down on the actual locking the mechanism itself and slide it right out. Just like that. Alright, that's out. So now what we have to play with is basically these lines right here. I want to say these are to the reservoir for coolant, which is, I ain't gonna lie you guys, it's pretty hot right now, so we might take a little break right quick, let this car cool down, and we'll get right back to it. Okay guys, so right now we're going to remove this elbow right here. There's a clamp right here and a clamp right here, and those two screws can either be, you can use a flathead or number 8 socket itself, which I'm gonna use number 8 socket. And yeah, let's get to it. Loosen that up as much as I can. There you go. Come right here, loosen that up. There we go. Now, got that loose. Comes the fun part, just to wiggle it out. Make sure everything's good and clear, off. Make sure everything is off, your vent lines, and yeah, should slide right off. Look at that, so easy. Boom, like butter. So we got the aFe hot air intake arm, and then we got the factory gem arm. And you can tell like it's way it's not even a comparison. This has a lot more room. This has, like, I want to say, extra unnecessary, I guess you could say, material on it. And this big thing looks like a floaty to me. while this one is just like simple. So it did come with some fittings as well to screw in, but we're going to get to that in a second. I just wanted to compare the two cold air intake arms, and yeah. So right now I'm gonna get right back to the engine bay, and we'll get back to this in a sec, so stay tuned. Alright, you guys, so the next thing we're gonna do is remove this coolant hose that we have right here. Is plastic, but you don't want to cut into that plastic fitting unless you have an extra fitting. So this is, I guess, for your coolant reservoir. It runs all the way back here to the back, and it runs to the water pump, I think. Yeah, the water pump, and yeah. So we just removed this hose right here, this little hose, and they gave you a brand new coolant hose, so it could reroute it. And basically, it sit, basically, I guess you could say, up under this intake arm, or this intake box, I should say. And yeah, so yeah. Alright, guys, so we got this coolant line off right there, and we're going to be replacing it with the new coolant hose. And yeah, so now we have access to the box, and it should be 3 screws. Should be one right here and one down here at the bottom, I believe. Unless that might not be a screw, it should be 2. We're gonna make sure, but for the most part, should be 2. One. There's 2. Grab your screw. Comes out like that, and there's it. Boom. So it's 2 screws. Old airbox. That's how it looks. OEM. Gotta take this mass air out and put it in that one. And yeah. So there she is. I'm gonna probably bring the other one out once I get it put together. I'm gonna put it together, and I kind of go over it with you guys, so be right back. All right, you guys, so we have these two fittings right here. It's gonna sit right here on the side of the air intake arm itself, which it should just screw in really manually, just like that. I'm gonna make sure that, you know, of course, tighten down. All right, so for these are the nuts around it. Those are number 15. I'll use a open-ended wrench, be a regular wrench or a ratchet wrench. Ratchet wrench would be cool if I had one. I have one, but I'm not too worried about it. I can do it manually. So yeah, just tighten it down real snug. Over tighten it to the point where you can snap it. You know, just have it snugged enough to where, you know, it's not gonna spin out, or which it shouldn't spin out, or anything. So yeah, how about like right there. Do this one too. All right, so putting the rubber boot on there, coupler, and put a hose clamp on it. Alright guys, so I have the clamp on now, and I have the extra clamp on, and yeah, so next step, we already got the mass airflow sensor on, the coupler, and we have the fittings on. Next step will be the airbox itself. So I'm gonna put a pause on this. We'll come back to this in a minute, and I'm gonna put a pause on the airbox and go right to the coolant hose that we were doing. So for anything, that way we can knock that out, and you know, should be it. So I'm gonna do, also came with some hose clamps, and the mass airflow sensor did come with some hardware, but I reused my old hardware, so yeah, I didn't bother to mess with it. All right, so we're gonna slide this hose clamp over here, over there, kind of push it in the middle and hold the suit, and slide it over this, over your T fitting that you have. It'll be kind of tough, so kind of like, you know, yeah, boom, boom, and that's it. So now you tighten these up. You really can, I don't know, you can, if you want to, you can, you know, kind of clean it up a little bit, which it really doesn't bother me because I know it's not gonna be an effect of anything. And yeah, so put this back and just slide. Alright, you can see, got this line. Make sure it's pretty snugged on there. Should be good right there. If not, we'll double check before do anything else. But that's pretty much it. Alright, you guys, so now I'm gonna put this airbox. It sits like this inside the car, and the filter sits like this inside this airbox. So what you're gonna do, that slot right there, turn it like this, slide it down, and then boom, it's gonna sit like that. Alright guys, so we have this bottom I want to say it's like a rubber piece, a little rubber piece that I'm putting back in. I took from the old one because I think I don't have that on this. That didn't come with this kit, but I mean, it's not no big deal. Alright you guys, so you see this little fitting, I don't know if you guys can see that right there by my finger, right there, the little fitting right there. So that's what I basically took off my old airbox. This is little nipple that it sits on, and the rubber piece, and basically it should slide right on now, like Okay, you guys, so we have this trim piece that's gonna sit on top of this air box. So it should meet like right here in the middle. So put this on first before I do anything else. So I'm gonna slide this on there. Should slide on there pretty easily. Don't want to do that. Oh, that's another thing. Bring this up instead. There we go. Alright. Oh. There we go. Alright, guys. So, this air filter, what you're gonna wanna do is make sure you pull it out and this lip that pops out and it holds it in place. So once it pop out, it should slide right on like so. And that way you can line up this. Boom. Then this should line up too as well. Alright guys, so my finger that's my finger. Alright guys, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, comment down below what you think I should do. And I'll see y'all in the next one.